You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, B&B fans. Well, this week is when we see the mystery woman in Monaco who is watching Brooke and Ridge, but they've got her all bundled up so you can't see her face. No doubt, we're all eager to find out what's lurking below that headscarf and whether it's Taylor Hayes or somebody else popping up out of nowhere. We have got some casting call info that may be relevant to this person we're spotting, plus a new behind the scenes photo I'm going to show you that gives some big hints. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's talk about who this woman is and why she's so interested in Ridge Forrester and what he's doing with Brooke Logan. But if you haven't already, please reach down, click that subscribe button. So the first time we had a whisper of a spoiler about a new character coming to Bold and Beautiful was a casting call that went out mid-June. So a couple of months ago, B&B said it was looking to hire a strong, sophisticated, leading lady aged 45 to 50. And in the casting call, they listed her as Sabrina. Now, I will absolutely grant you, Sabrina could be the character's name, and that would mean it's a new character. It could be some blast from Ridge Forrester's past that they're doing a retcon to create some kind of romance that he had during one of his gaps off of the CBS soap opera. If you don't remember, about a decade ago, Ron Moss left the role. There were some salary issues, some issues. And he departed as Ridge. And before they recast with Thorsten Kaye in the part, Ridge was off screen for more than a year. Ron Moss left in September of 2012, and Thorsten Kaye stepped into the role of Ridge December 2013. So that's like, 15 months, 16 months. So this scarfed up mystery gal could be somebody that Ridge got with during his year away from LA, away from Brooke, and away from Taylor. That might be who Sabrina is, someone entirely new. So the casting call went out mid-June, and that's the right timing for somebody who would be showing up at about now on Bold and Beautiful to stalk Ridge, because they generally film about 4 weeks ahead, and that would have started several weeks after the casting call went out. So the timing aligns. And let's face it, Brooke and Ridge can't be together for too long without a third wheel getting in their way, whether it's Bill Spencer or Taylor Hayes or Shauna or Quinn. We all know soap operas don't let any couple have a happily ever after for too very long, right? So speaking of those other ladies that flitted around Ridge, I want to address the notion of a recast. But first, I want to show you a behind the scenes photo of this mystery woman in Monaco. Now look and see this. They have her totally bundled up in an outfit that is looking too hot for this time of year in Monte Carlo. By the way, it's 90 degrees there during the day, Fahrenheit. So she's in not only a headscarf, but a blazer and slacks. Business/realty outfit, right? Meanwhile, Brooke is in a spaghetti strap sundress, which is weather appropriate. So that's kind of strange. At a glance, the woman in this behind the scenes photo seems pretty tall. She's standing very straight. She seems to have a thick head of hair under that scarf. You can kind of see a bulk of hair, but you can't tell anything else. You can't tell hair color, eye color, or anything. We caught a glimpse of her hand on the most recent episode. Not enough to give you anything. And here's where things get really interesting. Could it be that that person that they were filming is actually not a regular character from the show, but it's a double for this new character or a recast, whether it's Taylor or somebody else? If you don't know, Catherine Kelly Lang and Thorsten Kaye went to the Monaco TV Festival, and they were the only two, I think, there from Bold. They might not have wanted to spend the money to bring this mystery woman, whether it's Krista Allen, whether it's somebody new, whether recast, whatever. They might not have wanted to splash out the money to take that person on a field trip just to shoot these scenes. So we could see her this week watching them with the headscarf, and we have no idea if it's Quinn, if it's Sabrina, if she exists, or if it's Taylor. And then maybe we're not going to see the mystery person's face until they all head back to Los Angeles. So in essence, the suggestion that it could be a body double means we can't assume too much from it, because that could be the case. And, maybe they're trying to eliminate guesswork, or also they were just trying not to spend extra money. Remember, just by the way, Hunter Tylo is the least likely person that is under that headscarf. First, because it was her choice to step away from the role of Taylor Hayes. That's why they went and hired Krista Allen as recast. Second, Hunter has a persistent, some kind of lingering injury that keeps her from standing up perfectly straight. And the last time she was on Bold, she had to use a cane. And I believe that's a permanent modification. So that ramrod straight stature of the scarfed woman does not seem like it could be Hunter Tyler in the state of health that she's in now. It could be Krista Allen, since both of them are tall and slim, but I'm leaning towards this being a body double, and then the big reveal is back in LA. So with that in mind, who could it be that's watching Ridge and Brooke? Lots of fans are hoping Quinn might be back. And Rena Sofer did wear headscarves sometimes. But if it were Quinn, it would have to be a recast because Rena's over at General Hospital on contract. Also, that outfit would be the least Quinn looking thing possible. So that's just a strike against that. Let's flip back to that casting call for a moment. The name Sabrina. The only name that remotely reminds me of that from the roster of past characters is Shauna Fulton. Shauna starts with an S, ends with an A, like Sabrina. I don't think Denise Richards is coming back. She's got her own reality show coming soon, but they could totally recast her to make some trouble for Ridge. And I mean, honestly, given how Krista Allen was pushed out a year before her contract was up at Bold, it kind of makes more sense for it to be a new woman than for them to turn around and bring back another recast Taylor when they really didn't do right by Krista when she was in the role. That doesn't mean that they wouldn't do it anyway. So given the interest with this mystery woman in Ridge and Brooke, it could be Taylor. It could be Quinn. It could be Shauna. It could be somebody new named Sabrina. But I also think adding someone to the cast as a permanent third to Brooke and Ridge to make an ongoing, persistent new love triangle would be kind of painful for all of us to watch, especially given the looming questions about why they're not using fan favorite characters. Thomas and Hope have a big following. People either love them or hate them, but either way, Matt Atkinson is a draw, and he's been slid off the canvas along with, how they exited Rena, just how they exited Darren. So what we have front burner now is Hope hallucinating sketchy, adulterous activities. To be fair, Brooke and Ridge themselves haven't really had a front burner storyline in quite a while. They've been ancillary to other storylines. And of course, it's a challenge to use all your characters when you only have 17 minutes of showtime each episode. But over the past few months, Brad Bell decided that most of those 17 minutes should be consumed with RJ Forrester, Luna, her mother Poppy, the Ments, all that. It's no wonder B&B is still struggling in ratings when they put fan favorites on the back burner and bring in newbies and foist them on fans when the fans don't want them. They want to see their favorites to actually get story. This is not a show that needs more cast. They can't service the cast they have. We'll know more about this mystery Monaco lady this week, but as of now, I'm just leaning towards the body double theory being the valid one because the show, definitely all soaps have to watch their budgets, and flying an actress out just to shoot the back of her head while she's glaring at them doesn't make sense. Lest we forget, and here's one last option, Laura Lee Bell and Michael Damian crossover from Y&R next week as Cricket and Danny. And that less than flattering suit on that scarfed woman would definitely be a wardrobe match for how attorney Christine Williams usually dresses on Young and the Restless. So we'll see. I'm evaluating it this way. If it's Christine, then it's just some promo trickery to try and get fans excited and lure them back by implying it's something more interesting than a lawyer from Genoa City. If it is Krista Allen, that might excite fans short term, but not long term, because I don't think they would bring her back long term or give Taylor her own story. Same for a recast Taylor. If it's a new woman, some rando named Sabrina, who's a blast from Ridge's off-screen past, that would be much more in line with the type of stuff that Bold and Beautiful is writing these days. Just like, they created Poppy and Luna out of nowhere for Bill's off-screen pass. So we'll see. Drop your comments. What do you think about the behind-the-scenes photo? Do you feel like that looks like an actress that you recognize? Drop those comments. Please subscribe if you're not already following us, and come back soon. As always, I'm talking Bold 7 days a week right here, and it's Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.